are back with part 7 of our 8-part Sweat with Self yoga series. If you haven't seen the other videos, no worries at all. Check them out in any order, anytime, any place. Today, I'm going to be using a full suite of props. I've got 2 yoga blankets, 2 blocks, as well as a strap. You are welcome to DIY any props, anything you might have available to you if you're at home. Old textbooks, dictionaries, towels, scarves are all great alternatives. Today, we're going to be exploring shapes that will help strengthen your legs. So let's dive in. Go ahead and grab either a blanket or a block, and we'll start seated. I'm going to face you, but you can face the front of your mat and just sit on the edge of your prop. We'll take an easy seat or a sukhasana, like a crisscross applesauce, and just cross at the mid shin. So that way the center of each of your shins are in line with one another, in line with the center of the pelvis. And you can settle the hands on the knees, face up or face down. Maybe the eyes soften, the gaze can descend, the eyelids might start to close. And if the eyes close, no need for a tight seal. You might notice the slightest flicker of light still coming in. And I always recommend sitting up on something so you give yourself a throne. Just take a breath in through your nose. Sigh out the mouth. Breathe in again through the nose. Out the mouth. Inhale again. Let it go. If you're not already, just flex your feet so the legs are well integrated. You might allow the eyes to flutter open now as you breathe in. Reach the arms up alongside your ears. Interlace the hands and place the interlaced hands at the back of your head. You can look up as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, draw the chin down into the chest. You could narrow the elbows in and use the weight of the hands on your head to find some gentle neck stretches. I like to circle my elbows in like a figure 8. You could turn your chin to one side and the other. Just explore the sensation and move real slow. No need to rush it here. If anything feels kind of sticky or juicy or luxurious, spend all the time you want there. Breathe in and lift your head back up. Just breathe out and release the shoulder blades. Inhale the arms up by your ears again, fingertips up. Exhale, the right hand finds the left kneecap, left fingertips behind you, and just look over the left shoulder. Gentle twist. Keep the right hand on the left kneecap and swim the left arm all the way up and over to cross. And the left hand finds the right kneecap. Release the cross of the arms. Breathe in, reach your hands up again. Interlace opposite index finger on top, hands at the back of the skull. Inhale to look up, elbows are wide. Exhale, chin to chest. Elbows narrow. And take some time here. Maybe you take the figure 8s the opposite way. You might find something new that you didn't find the first time we were here. You might find something old that you already found here and revisit that. Breathe in and lift the chin up. Breathe out, just relax the shoulder blades. Inhale, extend the hands up. Exhale, left hand, right kneecap. Right fingertips walk behind you. Be mindful of props. Take your chin over your right shoulder. Just release the right arm. Swim it all the way up by your right ear. and cross it over to find the left kneecap. And then just release the cross of the arms. Okay, we'll meet in a tabletop. For this class, because we're managing so many props, I will do my best to cue you to be very organized. So keep everything off to the side, except for your 2 blocks will land on their highest height toward the front of your mat. And you can slide the blankets out of the way toward the back of the mat. You can keep the strap anywhere that is also accessible for later. So from your hands and knees, take the right kneecap and place it onto the left calf muscle, and you might need to walk your hands out slightly further and find a longer stance. And just begin to press the kneecap into the calf muscle like you had a myofascial release ball, and you can go along the inner calf muscle, the outer calf. You might find a point in the really fleshy part of the muscle that feels nice to stay there. It's like a very cheap way to get a calf massage. No right or wrong way. You might find something really sticky, icky. Can make any facial expressions, no one's watching. And then place the right leg back down. Adjust your hands as you need for this section, and then place the left kneecap in the right calf muscle. And go to the outside, along the center line, along the inside. Find a spot that feels sticky. There's no right or wrong way to do this. There's no right or wrong facial expression to make. Okay. And then place the left shin back down. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes, find downward facing. Pedal out your feet. Bend one knee at a time. Send one heel down to the mat at a time. Take any movements that you'd like in your dog pose. Maybe you flip onto the top of one foot and the other. And then breathe in and come forward to a plank pose. Exhale, come back to dog. Breathe in, come forward to plank. Exhale, come back to dog. This time, breathe in, come all the way forward to a plank pose. Let the hip bones draw down just slightly, but keep the legs energized all the way to a tuck-toed up dog and look out. And then take it all the way back, downward facing. Okay, from here, touch your knees down onto the mat. And we'll set up in a tabletop once again. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. And as you exhale, thread the needle, send the right hand through the space between left wrist and left knee. The right shoulder might come down onto the mat. Your right cheek will come down, and you can walk your left fingertips all the way forward. If you've got the block there, you might even land the left hand onto a block. That could be a great option. You see whatever's accessible and enjoyable for you today. And maybe you use the right arm to press into the ground a little bit more and find a bit more space, a bit more opening in the twist. Bring the left hand right back next to your face. Press into the left palm. Inhale, peel the right arm up. And send the right hand back down. Okay, from here, send the right foot back in space, like it was the leg of a plank pose, and just pulse it forward and back a couple of times. Adjust your left hand. Left shin can make like a kickstand. Spin the right heel down, modified side plank. Right arm up and over. And really press into the outer edge of the back foot. That will anchor you. And see that your right hand is right in line with the shoulder, not going too far back behind you. And then swim the right arm over your ear so the chin fits the nook of your armpit. And look up and imagine that you could back bend here. And breathe into the left lung. And put more weight in the left index finger knuckle. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, the right hand comes down. The right heel lifts up. Now from here, take your right foot all the way out to the right. So it's really wide outside of your mat. And you can have the hands underneath the shoulders. Begin to bend your right knee and just take some circles around. You could take it low These are very like primal circles. You can channel your inner contemporary dancer. And again, no right or wrong way, just an exploration, an inquiry. You can take your circles the other way if you're only moving one way. I know things are going to get a little bit strange in class today, so just come along for the ride and see what we're up to. Okay, come back to your neutral position. And then from here, the right knee is going to cross in front of the left one. Right knee in front of the left one. I know it's a little bit tight. And then recenter your knees on your hands. So that way you've got hand to knee, an equilateral triangle. And take your feet out as wide as the mat. So that way you've got foot to knee, another triangle. From this sort of like crossed-legged or debutante tabletop, just arcing around your spine a couple of times, cat and cow. You can breathe in as you look out and exhale as you look in. Okay. And then bring it all to neutral, tuck your toes, and find a cross-legged down dog. So the magic here is that you've got a bolt in your legs. So a scissor doesn't work because you've got two parallel lines floating around. It really works because of the bolt. And so the bolt here is the back knee really driving into the front knee. Just like in your down dog, you send your tail really high and up. And you're high on the balls of your feet and your ears are still in line with your biceps. Now listen, the left leg is the back leg. Breathe in, lift your left leg high like a 3-legged dog. And then step the left foot forward and through between your hands, just passing through a lunge. Both hands will land on your blocks. And now float forward, supported warrior 3. And press your hands into the blocks so that way your chest stays lifted. Your gaze will be slightly ahead of you, so you've got another triangle, hand to gaze. And the back leg, the floating leg, is really energized, like you could shoot a laser beam out of your heel or stamp your right footprint on the back wall. From here, just flamingo or bend the right knee. So the right foot meets the left one. Maybe you take your blocks wider so they're not quite in the way. Hands down as you fold over your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold down again. Breathe in, rise up and reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to the center. Breathe in, reach up and look up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, step the left foot back. Exhale, the right foot to a dog pose. Come forward, tuck-toed up dog. And back to down dog. From your down dog, touch your knees down onto your mat. Adjust your block since you know where we're going now. And once you're in your tabletop, inhale, extend your left arm up. Open everything. And then exhale, thread the left hand through the space between right wrist and right kneecap. Walk your right hand forward any amount. Maybe the right hand finds a block. Whatever variation you did on the other side. And you can press into the left shoulder, press into the right hand to spin the chest open even more. Bring the right hand right back next to your face. Inhale, press into the right hand, left arm sweeps up. Left hand back down. From here, send the left leg back on the mat, like the leg of a plank pose, and just pulse it forward and back and forward and back and forward and back. And then spin the left heel down, adjust the right shin as you need, adjust the right hand as you need, peel the left arm up, modified side plank. Left arm right in line with the shoulder, so that way it's not going too far back or too far forward. Press more weight into the right index finger knuckle and breathe into the right lung. Swim the left arm over your ear. Get longer through the left side, especially the left leg. And then place the left hand down. Spin the left heel up and take the left leg all the way out wide to the side. Same thing here. Bend into the left knee and begin to take these same circles around. You could close your eyes. You could circle the other way. Rather, do circle the other way so you're getting both sides. And then find neutral. And from here, the left knee will cross in front of the right one. I know it's snug. Hug it in, engage your core. Left knee crosses in front of the right. Center your knees on your feet and center your knees on your hands. So that way your hand to knees and your foot to knees. The feet are about as wide as the mat and the back knee is driving into the front knee. If you want to get really tricky with it and really funky, you could flip your wrists around and then arc the spine and round the spine a few times. Inhale and exhale. Find neutral again. Hands flip back to face the front. Tuck your toes and find downward facing. And you've got the bolt between your legs again. I know we didn't do this on the other side, but keep the bolt of the legs and come all the way forward to a twisted plank, and then a twisted up dog, and then back to a cross dog, and forward, and back. From here, lift the right leg high, and step the right foot through between your hands, just passing through. Hands find the blocks, and you float forward, warrior 3. Hands press into the blocks to keep your chest lifted. Back leg is super strong. You could even tent up onto fingertips if you want to be a little bit higher. Left toes point straight down, so that way the sacrum is flat and the hips are even at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Imagine you could stamp your footprint on the back wall, and then little flamingo of the left leg. Meet the right one and fold. Halfway up on the breath in, and fold on the breath out. Inhale to rise all the way up and sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to center. Inhale, reach up and look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, and you fold down. Move the blocks off to the way. And from here, step your left foot back and step your right foot back, down dog. Forward to a tuck-toed up dog and back to down dog. Okay, from your down dog, walk your hands to the back of the mat. Land in a forward fold. Check your measure so you're 2 fist distance between the arches. And you can take your 2 peace fingers for today around the big toe. The thumbs find the big toenail. Healthy bend of the knees, chest on the thighs. And you can box your elbows out to the side and use the contact between the fingers and the toes to really pull your head down. Send your bum up and your head down. You can imagine the inhale rises up the backs of the legs, cascades down the spine, loops underneath you, rises up the backs of the legs, cascades down the spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk your hands forward, back through a dog pose. From your dog pose, you can step, hop, or float your feet to the top of the mat. When you get there, lift up halfway and fold down. Grab your strap while you're down here if you're using it, and come to stand. So 2 options for the next piece, either with a strap or without. If you're using the strap, just fold it so you've got a way to make a loop around the ball of the right foot. You can hold on to the strap in the right hand and use the strap to draw the right knee in toward your chest. Left hand can find the hip. And what the right leg is doing is not nearly as important as the way the left leg is supporting you. If this is okay for you, you can extend the right foot forward any amount. Knee absolutely does not need to be straight. If you're doing this without a strap, hands on the hips, find the support of the left leg, draw the right knee into the chest. You can hold onto the right knee with the right hand. Next option is to take your 2 peace fingers and grab hold of the right foot, right around the right big toe. You can extend the right leg forward any amount. Knee does not need to be straight. Maybe you take it out to the right side. Maybe you extend the left arm. Maybe you take your gaze over the left shoulder. And then come back through the front, however you can, and place the right foot down. We'll take the other side, shake it out, move around however you need. So if you're doing it with the strap, you know what to do here. Strap loops around the ball of the left foot. You can hold on to the strap in your left hand and then follow along with us for the rest of it. If you're going without the strap, hands on your hips, find the support of the right leg, and draw the left knee into the chest. Left hand finds the left kneecap. Next, from here, you can take your 2 peace fingers of the left hand, grab hold of the left big toe, extend the left leg forward any amount. Left knee does not need to be straight. Right leg does need to be strong. So keep grounding down through the right leg. And then open the left leg out to the side any amount. Maybe the right arm extends. Maybe you take the gaze over the right shoulder. Come back through the middle, and the left foot steps down. Amazing. Phew. Done with that. Okay, drop your strap off to the side. We won't really need it anymore, so you can have it at the back of your mat. And then from here, just make sure that your blankets are within reach, maybe midway along the mat. Blocks within reach as well. You can have them at the top 2 corners. That's usually a good spot for them. Keep mine toward the back just so you can see. Come to stand toward the top of your mat with your feet sealed together. So big toes meet each other, inner arches of the feet meet each other, inner ankle bones meet each other, and then breathe in and rise high onto your tiptoes. Arms sweep all the way up by your ears. Get taller, taller, taller. Heels are really, really high. Get longer through the side seams of the waist. Get longer through the armpits, through the fingertips, and then stay this high on the balls of your feet and begin to hinge forward. The arms will sweep back behind you like you're peering over the edge of a cliff. And keep looking out the whole time and fight to keep the inner ankle bones together. Keep fighting for it. Now the heels drop down as you bend the knees and sweep the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, hands find the center of the chest as you peel the left heel up. Breathe in, extend the left foot back. Warrior 3, strong left leg. Grab a block if you've got it, and open to half moon. Support of the floating leg. Press the right hand into the block. Anything that's comfortable in the neck is fine here. Bend your right knee really well. The left foot lands way back on the mat, and you reverse warrior, tip it up and back. The right arm sweeps up and over. From here, cartwheel the hands down, left heel pops up, send the right leg high and up to a 3-leg dog, and step the right foot forward and through again. The left foot crosses behind the right one now. So you're in a crossed forward fold. Breathe in, rise up and reach your arms up with the legs crossed. Grab hold of the right wrist, tug taller, and take a side bend to the left. So now the whole right side of the body mimics the arc of the edge of the moon. Inhale, come back up to stand. And as you exhale, just uncross the legs and release the arms down. Okay, just like that other side. Breathe in, get really high on the balls of your feet, and sweep the arms up alongside your ears. Inner ankle bones stay together. Get taller, taller, taller through the side seams of the waist, through the armpits, through the fingers, and then begin to hinge at the hip. So you go forward. Keep looking out. The arms sweep back behind you. Keep fighting to keep the inner seams of the feet together. And then finally, the heels touch down as you bend the knees and sweep the arms up for a chair pose. Exhale, the hands find the center of the chest. Heel the right heel up and send it back through a warrior 3. If you'd like for this, you could reach your arms straight forward. That would be a challenge option. I'm going to keep my hands at the center of the chest. And then use the support of the floating leg. Bend your left knee well. Keep the right leg super energized. Send the right foot all the way back on the mat. Reverse warrior. Tip it up and back. Exhale. Both hands come down to frame the front foot. Pop the right heel up. Send the left leg high and up to a 3-leg dog. Step the left foot forward and through, and the right foot crosses behind. Move your block off to the side while you're down here, and just fold over your legs. Rise all the way up to stand. Grab hold now of the left wrist, tug taller, and take a side bend to the right. Inhale to come up. Exhale, release this, and just come to stand. Okay, from here, reach your arms up again. Exhale, fold down. Step your left foot back on the mat. And now cross the right foot in front of the left one for a cross dog. We've been here before. Bring your right hand right underneath your nose, and now place your left hand on your sacrum. Spin the only way that you can to flip your dog up into a back bend and change your perspective. Swim the left arm all the way forward. Left hand replaces the right one. Left hand replaces the right one. Left foot crosses in front. Right hand finds the sacrum, and you flip it all the way up. Take the right arm over your ear. Right hand touches down. Right foot crosses in front. Flip it. And swim it. Left hand. Left foot. Flip it. Swim it. Right hand. Right foot. Flip it. Keep the hips high. Keep the hips high. Keep your gaze up. Last one. Left hand. Left foot. Flip it. Swim it. Right hand touches down. We're in a cross dog with the left knee in front, and just lower your knees down onto the mat. Okay, we've been here before in this debutante tabletop. I'm going to grab my blankets and just throw them back behind me. So one like that. If you need to uncross, that's okay. Another blanket back behind. Have your blocks close. And we'll just come back to sit on the blankets for Gomukhasana. Voila. Once you're here, move the flesh of your bum out of the way, and you will find that you're sitting toward the edge of the blanket, like right on the very ledge. So this is a perfectly fine place to stay. If this is very difficult for you to access, you could take this pose lying on your back, just crossing at the thighs and holding onto your feet. If you're with me, you can stay here and place one hand and then the other into the sole of the feet, and just begin to circle and swirl around. And this will move any gunk that may have accumulated in the hips. Another option is to grab 1 or 2 blocks, however many you might need. Left thigh on top, left arm on bottom. You can eagle wrap the arms, but slightly different. So left arm goes underneath, you cross at the forearms, left hand grabs hold of the right wrist, and you make a fist with the right wrist. From here, reach the elbows all the way forward, 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 forward to land on the blocks. So it's not down, but it's forward, and the back is ironed out as opposed to rounded. You could stay here and just let your chin rest in the nook of the elbows. If you had the elbows on the block, just release. Begin to make your way up. You can move the block out of the way. Okay, very fun thing. New party trick. Come back onto your knees, debutante table, and pop up onto your heels. So you're in a little mini cross down dog. And now there's only one way that you can spin around. Spin all the way around until you make it back to the front of the mat with your legs crossed the other way. You did it. If you didn't do it again and try it. You'll get there. And then once you're back facing the front of your mat with the right thigh crossed on top of the left one, again, make sure the feet are out as wide as the mat. Your blankets are already there for you. You might have to slide them in slightly. The party twirl takes you slightly forward on the mat. Just come back to sit on your blankets and adjust however you need. So on the edge of the blankets, hips will be slightly higher than the knees. Again, you could take this on your back and just swap the cross of the thighs. Move the fleshy part of your bum out of the way. Great option to place the hands in the soles of the feet and just swirl around. If you did it on the other side, you could grab a block, highest height. You could take 2 blocks. You can stack these. They're like Legos. And then right thigh on top, right arm on bottom. Eagle wrap the arms. Cross at the forearm. Right hand grabs hold of left wrist. Left hand makes a fist. And you reach the elbows up and then forward, 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 forward until they land on the blocks. And the chin will just rest right in the crease of the elbows. Wherever you are, just stay for a couple of breaths. Release the arms. Walk your hands to lift your chest up. Move your block off to the side. No party trick on this side unless you're really itching to do it again. And just uncross your legs. Move one blanket off to the side. If you've got another blanket handy, I'll show you how to fold it to make a little pillow. So just open your blanket so you've got a square like this. And then fold it in half. Once it's in half, you'll just tuck the 2 loose corners under. So you've got a triangle on top of the square. And this will be a great place for your head to rest. You can slide that back on the mat. And from here, just lower down, bend your knees. Last thing to close class. You can take one block, press into the soles of your feet, just lift the hips up and slide a block, lowest setting underneath your sacrum. Take rest. That was a lot. We'll just be here for a few breaths. If the hands are landing on the body, just notice how the breath fills the hands and then dissipates again. At any time, being very gentle, you can press into the feet, remove the block from underneath you, lower the hips down, and just extend the legs for śavāsana, our final resting pose for today. Stay here for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, draw one knee into the chest at a time. Roll onto either side. And press yourself up to a seat. Cross the opposite shin on top. An easy seat or a sukhasana like we started class. If you want to sit on a block or a blanket, you can do so gently and quietly. Hands settle back on the thighs. Place the hands anywhere that's meaningful to you and reside for a moment in a place of silence, gratitude, or devotion. No rush at all. You can allow the eyes to reopen and lift your gaze at any time. Thank you so much for joining me again for class.